welcome back to my channel. My name is Coralie and today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I've learned in my 20s. So I am almost 25, like I'm 25 in October, which is terrifying. I am almost midway through my 20s, which does not feel real even slightly. That is, I don't want to think about it, I might have a breakdown. But nonetheless, I'm going to tell you 5 things that I've learned in my 20s. So, first up, this was something my dad said and I have never forgotten it. It was short-term pain for long-term gain, and this can work in many different ways, but for the way that I was told about this was because I was in a relationship and I wasn't happy anymore, and I was talking to my dad about it one day and he said, look, short-term pain for long-term gain, meaning it was going to hurt short-term to break up with this boy, but it would be a long-term gain because if I stayed in that relationship I wouldn't have been happy long-term. And it works for him too. If I stayed in a relationship with someone I wasn't wanting to be in a relationship with, it's not fair on him. So it was short-term pain for both of us for long-term gain. That can work in friendships, that can work in jobs, that can work in uni, it can work in anything, just short-term pain for long-term gain. At 24, 25, I mean, maybe being single can be a little bit scary, but it is so much better than settling and being in a bad relationship. So that's something I've learned in my 20s and something I won't forget. It's totally worth it. Short-term pain, long-term gain. So next is very obvious, I feel like, for your 20s, and that is save, save, save. Don't let lifestyle creep happen. So lifestyle creep is the kind of thing where if you start earning more money, your lifestyle slowly becomes that little bit more expensive as well. So say you've come out of your first-time job and you've graduated uni and now you've got a full-time job, and all of a sudden you're not earning a couple $1,000s a year, you're earning $40,000 a year. I wish, that would be wonderful. But in saying that, because you are earning more money, it's easy to creep your lifestyle up and spend more of that money when you shouldn't do that. Keep living in your means, but save, save, save. So I've always been a good saver, but within the last few months, probably since the pandemic, I've become a really good saver because I have my heart set on a house deposit now. I really want to buy a house, and before I was sort of saving, for travel and stuff like that, but I mean, we literally can't travel even if we wanted to, so I switched my mindset and now I'm saving towards a house deposit, which at 24, I should have been doing that a lot earlier. If I was seriously saving from when I first got more of a higher paid job and I was starting to earn a little bit more money, maybe I would have a house by now. But save, save, save. You will not regret it. The sooner you have it. It doesn't matter what you're saving for. If you're saving for a holiday, that's awesome. If you're saving for a house, that's awesome. But save. Your 30s will thank you. Your 40s will thank you. Basically, you're probably going to want a house at some point. So work hard now. If you get offered an extra shift, just take it. That's an extra, $100 you wouldn't have had. Take the shift, save the money, buy a house.
So also on that note, I just wanted to mention, as well as saving, micro-investing is something huge that I've gotten to only in the last couple of months. So again, if I started that early 20s, I would have had a lot more saved. Hello. So micro-investing, I'm investing microly. Basically I have a raise account, and the longer and more you invest, oh no, the more it'll add up over 20, 30 years. So save your money, and if you have a little bit extra, try and invest it. Oh no, oh dear, oh sweet girl. Oh my god, I'm so in love with this baby. Hello. Also, if you're 20 and your sister's older and has a baby, you will get plucky and you will want your own. Hello, are you a star? Okay, I need to stop this.
So tip number 3 is don't be afraid to reach out. So this works in a lot of different ways, whether that's reaching out to your friends or your family or something like this. But something that I specifically wrote down was anxiety. Your girl has mad anxiety, and I was suffering in silence for a really long time, and at one point I just sort of had enough. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I literally thought I was having a heart attack every day. It was horrible. But I went to the doctors and I talked about it, and I got put on some anxiety medication, and since then I've been so much better, and I don't think I'm having a heart attack every day, which is really nice. So just taking that step and reaching out was just so good. In terms of friends, reach out, talk to your friends, ask if they're okay. If you're not feeling okay, talk to them. Reach out to boys. Who cares? What's the worst they're going to say? No, I'm not interested. Okay, your loss. Send the cute boy on Instagram a message. See what happens. Reach out. Okay. Tip number 4. Always be positive. Now I've got here, it's okay to be sad. Like, of course it is. You have down days, that's okay. Your emotions are so important. Feel that. But always be positive. I feel like, sorry, just my mitts. I'm kidding. The positive energy and positive people you hang around can make such a difference. Like, I really find this, especially at work. Like, all the people I work with are wonderful, don't get me wrong, but there are some people that just have different energy, and when you work with someone that's also really positive, you tend to just have a much better shift because they're positive, you're positive, your positivity is radiating off of each other, all that sort of stuff. So just be positive where possible, even if you're not feeling the best. Smile at a stranger. You don't know how much that could help them. Be positive. Oh, I have down here, I don't know if manifesting works, but it makes me feel good. So I think about how happy I'm going to be when I put the key in my first house that I've bought, how happy it's going to be when I get a $10,000 sponsorship. Manifesting it, baby. Feels good.
Raises the vibes and the positive energy.
And then you feel great. So be positive. Is it optimist? Pessimist is the sad one. Be an optimist. Look forward to the future. We actually read an article in my communication and research class the other day that a pessimist is more likely to die early because they just don't care as much. So like health issues might come in and stuff like that. So if you want to live forever, be an optimist and be positive. So my 5th thing that I've learned in my 20s is my 5th thing that I've learned in my 20s is follow your damn dreams. So I dropped out of high school, I didn't do year 12, and I went to film school, and I loved it. That is what I wanted to do. I loved YouTube, I wanted to be behind a camera, I wanted to be editing, I wanted to be being creative in all those sorts of fields, and I did that for 2 years, and then I had a freak out, and I went, oh, I'm probably never going to get a job in this field. This is really competitive. I need to start making money. I need to be serious about jobs. What? So that freak out went to me going to TAFE and studying childcare. And here I am, like 5 years later, still working in childcare. Don't get me wrong, the kids are great. It's paid for lots of things. I wouldn't have been able to travel to San Francisco without having that job. I'm very grateful for it, but it is not my dream. And I realized that, and I'm changing that. I'm now back at uni studying communication and media so I can get a job in PR or social media management or something like that. So I was following my dreams. I freaked out. I did something I didn't want to do just to get a job. And then I'm now following my dreams again because it is not worth waking up every day and going to a job that you're just doing because it's a job. Follow your dreams, even if that's on the side. Go to the job that you don't like during the day, come home and film that YouTube video and upload it, and then work on your side hustle and your dreams until they are big enough to pursue full time. I couldn't recommend anything more. And now I'm kind of in the space that I want to be in, which is really exciting. So Follow your dreams, baby. I guess that is 5 things that I've learned in my 20s, and I'm only 24, almost 25, almost halfway to 50, almost time for a mental breakdown, but that'll happen when we get there. I know I've got a lot more to learn, but that's a few tips. I hope you learned something. I'm sure they're all pretty obvious tips like save your money, be positive, blah blah blah, but they're very important. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I put out new videos every week. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.